everyone, it's Jody here with DK Creative Designs, back with another tutorial for you guys. Now this one is going to be one that I haven't done before, but I've seen the technique around and I'm going to actually try it. Well, I've done a peekaboo before, but I've never done a peekaboo like this. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be a leopard print peekaboo, and it's going to be gold and magenta. So the spray paint that I used on my bottle was the Rhinestones metallic golds. And when we get to the peekaboo stage, I'm going to be using Rhinestones magenta. You can tell I use this color a lot. It's a lot of spray paint on it. It's pretty dirty. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if you find the video to be helpful, please go ahead and share it with other crafters. So I've already prepped my cup, and this cup is a slurp. So this is actually going to be a rhinestone top cup. So I know I owe you guys a video for a rhinestone top tumbler. So this will be the video. And the slurps are not available on Celtic Lily as yet. So I do purchase my slurps from Stainless Steel Depot. And they come with a silver top that actually screws on and the straw goes in the middle. So it's already prepped and already painted it. And then the glitter that I'm going to be using on this guy is the True Gold from Poly Glitter. And you can purchase all your glitter there and use my code DK Designs and you will get 10% off. And if you guys haven't already, I don't know if you ever checked out my Etsy shop, but head over to Etsy. I have tons of straw topper molds over there in my shop that you can purchase. The car coaster one, the Minnie Mouse, the Mickey Mouse. I have tons of toppers that are available in my Etsy shop for you guys to purchase if you would like. So this is going to be our glitter. What's going to happen is I'm going to do the epoxy method. So I'm going to put a very light coat of epoxy on here, and then we're just going to glitter away, and then we'll probably do 2 layers of epoxy until it's completely smooth. Since it is going to be a peekaboo, we want to make sure that our base is very smooth before we use the temporary vinyl on here, which is what I prefer to use when I do my peekaboos. But if you want, you can use your regular vinyl, but I rather use the temporary one because it's much easier to remove. So I'm actually excited about this design, so I can't wait for us to go through it together. Let me get the epoxy on here. I'm going to put my mask on and mix it up, get it on here, and then we'll be back to just add the glitter. Okay, stay tuned. All right, guys, we are back and we're gonna get ready to glitter this gold tumbler. So I already have my epoxy on it. I'm gonna go ahead and lay my paper down. Normally I would use some parchment paper, but I couldn't find it right now, so I'm just gonna hurry up and work on here and get this one done for you guys. So this is gonna be a simple one, because all I'm doing is just pouring the glitter directly on it, not an ombre or anything. So again, this is True Gold, and here we go. So I'm just putting it on to get full coverage. And no specific technique to this. It's just throwing the glitter on there. And normally for a cup like this, I would just do it while it's turning on the turner, but because I wanted to record it for you guys, I'm over here at my table. So that's it. Now I'm just going back over again, just make sure I get any spot that I may have missed. Then all this glitter that got poured out is going to go right back in my shape bottle. So there we go. As you can see, we are fully covered here. Knock off any excess. And look how pretty that gold is. And now we're just going to put this on the turner and let it dry. And then I will do my flood so that we can go ahead and move on to the peekaboo. So until then. Okay, so here we are back with the cheetah leopard print tumbler that I was working on. So I've already went ahead and cut out my spots that I'm gonna be doing on it, and I cut this out on temporary vinyl. I think it's 631. As I mentioned before, that's what I like to use because it's easier to remove. It's temporary, and to be honest, I've heard other tumbler makers say that the other vinyl is just as easy to remove as this one is, but I've only ever used this, so maybe one day I will try the other one, but as of right now, this is the only one that I've been using for peekaboos. So if you notice here, I have 2 cups, and I have 2 different cutouts on my 631. So this cup I'm gonna do a snowflake peekaboo on, and the same glitter method that I showed previously for glitter in this cup is the same glitter method that I used for this one. This is classic silver from Poly Glitter, and the only difference is I added diamond silver on top. So you guys know I have the additive set from Poly Glitter, and sometimes I add that into my glitter to get a more custom color or to get a little bit extra sparkle. So here I have diamond silver is the base, but then on top of it I sprinkled classic silver is the base, okay, and then on top of it I sprinkled diamond silver, and those are available on Poly Glitter's website if you would like to purchase it. So this one is going to be a snowflake peekaboo, and then this one is the one that we are doing the leopard peekaboo on. So I have epoxied this twice. It's completely smooth. Whenever you're doing your peekaboo, you want to make sure that your cup is smooth. I did sand the top a little bit, and I did sand the bottom a little bit to get it a little bit more smooth. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the dots on here in the pattern that I want, and then I will spray paint my cup the magenta color with Rust-Oleum, and then I will remove my spots, and then I will epoxy it, and then I will move on to the next step. So what I want to do is, before I start laying my spots down, I want to make note of where I'm going to put the decal, because I'm going to put a little writing on here. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put on it, but I know I want to put something on. I think I'm going to put it somewhere here. So I want to make sure that I just, you know, mark it out a little bit to not put any spots there. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this tape, and I'm just going to mark right here, just so I know that that's where I actually want to put my decal. So as I'm laying the spots, I don't just cover up where I want to put it. You follow what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to use my transfer paper, and I'm going to slowly pick these spots up, and then I'm just going to lay them on the cup where I want them to go. Where's my rubbing thing? I don't know. So I'm just going to pick it up like so, find a spot on the cup, and stick it on there. Okay? Just like that. So you can pick up a couple at a time if you want to. You can do it one at a time if you want to. That's totally up to you. Your choice. Okay, so I'm just going to pick some up and stick it on the cup, because I don't want to make my video extra long picking up spots. So I'm going to pick where I want it. And just put it on there. Okay. And that's just what I'm going to continue to do. So I will get all my spots laid, and then we will move on to the next step. Alright, so I am just about done with laying the spots down. I'm just going in now and just filling in any gaps that I may have that I want to fill in. Now there is really no right or wrong way how to put your spots on, because remember, you know, the spots on the cheetah and the leopard, they're not, you know, perfect. So you don't have to worry about making your spots like perfect. So I'm leaving this little spot for my my little decal that I'm gonna put out. I don't know what I'm gonna put yet. I may put Savage, I may put Hustle Hard. I don't know what I'm gonna put there, but I know I'm gonna put something on it. So these little pieces that I have left on here, I'm just gonna pick them up, and my transfer paper is over with now. I'm just gonna pick them up and put them on here where I feel like I need it. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out and I am going to spray paint it, and then let that dry, and then come in and remove these temporary spots. So that will be the next step that we go through on the video. So I think I'm pretty good. I like how that looks. I think it's gonna be pretty. Well, I hope it's gonna be pretty. Let's just say that. And then I'm also going to put my snowflakes on here so that I can just do one spray paint. So I will be back with the next step. Okay, so here we are back with our tumbler that has been spray painted. And remember, I told you guys that I was going to spray paint it the magenta color. So that's what I've done. It's dry, and what I'm going to start doing now is removing the vinyl. So if you've seen my Mermaid Peekaboo tutorial, we're pretty much doing the same thing, except we're not going to use any inks this time. So I'm going to take my little Cricut tool, and I am going to slowly remove these. Now this tumbler is a little time consuming. There is no cheat way to do it. So you just take your time and you just work it. And try not to mess up your paint. So after I get all these removed, I will epoxy again, and then I'm going to use the outlines, which I have here, to outline some of the spots. This is not my original design. I saw it and I liked it, and I wanted to try it with these colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time and take these off, and then I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like when they're all removed, and then we will move on to the next step. So as you can see, I'm just carefully removing the 631 vinyl, and that's how our spots are looking. Okay, so I'll be back when I get all this off. Alright, so here we are, guys. I removed all of my temporary vinyl, and that's my space right there that I'm going to put my decal. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of epoxy on her, and then we'll be back to add our decal and to put some outlines around some of our cheetah print spots. So I will be back with that after we get this dry within about 4 to 6 hours. Okay, let's finish up this peekaboo cheetah print tumbler. Yeah. So I went ahead and removed the temporary vinyl, as you guys know, and then I went ahead and epoxied one time. I went ahead and added my decal, and I also wanted to implement a little bit more black spots. So I kind of just went around the cup a little bit and added some mini spots. Don't know how I feel about it yet, but I think it's turned out pretty good. I really like it, and I hope you guys like it as well. So this was the cheetah print peekaboo, and then I don't know if you guys remember me showing you the snowflake cup. Here it is. I went ahead, added my decal on here as well. And also around the flakes, I added some holographic outlines. I hope you guys can see that. I thought that just gave it a really, really nice touch. And I really love how it turned out. Do you see it glistening? It's very, very shiny. Again, on the base of this, I used classic silver with diamond silver on top. And then over my spray painted top, when I was epoxying last night, I added a little bit of snow globe to the epoxy to give it that extra snow, you know, kind of shimmer look. So I think it turned out really, really good.
This one's split.
Okay.
I can dry it off.
Dry it off. So this one turned out really, really well. And I love how this one turned out as well. So that's the end of our video. I am going to add the rhinestones to the top, which I will record for you guys. So far what I've done is I've spray painted my top black. And oh, that was just my fingerprint. I spray painted it black, and we're going to add the black rhinestones. It's going to go on top of here, and I think it's going to be a wonderful touch to this tumbler. So thank you guys for watching. I will post a picture of the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and share with other tumbler makers. Alrighty guys, so I'm getting ready to add the rhinestones to the top of my my tumbler top. So this is one of the screw top ones. Those are the only ones that I add the rhinestone to, not the clear glass ones or anything like that. So this is the top, and I pretty much just spray painted it black. Normally I spray paint it whatever color goes with the cup, goes with the tumbler. So this time the best color for here for this one was black. And I'm also going to be adding, sorry about the kids in the background, you know how it is with everything going on. So the rhinestones that I have, these are just some ones that I got from Amazon, and I got SS20 and I got SS16. So those are the two sizes that I normally use. I normally use the SS16 around the side here, and then I normally put the 20s up here and then go back in with the 16s here, or sometimes the SS6, depending on how much of a gap I have to fill up here. I use the liquid fusion glue, and I use the Pick Me Up tool. That's what I use to pick up the rhinestones and put them on the top of the cup. So, and then I also use this handy dandy guy here. Pretty much you just, and I'm working at my desk upstairs. Pretty much you just throw your rhinestones in here and you shake it and they just flip over. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead, open this up, throw some on here, shake it around to get them to flip over, and then I'm just going to start adding them to the side. So I'll be back to show you guys that. Okay, so I went ahead, put some glue on here, And then I just stack them. I'm trying to get my camera to focus. I just stack them in 2 rows, so one on top of the other. Then I just continue to go around the sides exactly like that. And these are the SS16, and I'm just putting 2 rows, and I'm putting them directly on top of each other. That's another reason why I like to base. Another reason why I like to base the top a color that goes with the rhinestone that I'm using, is because it kind of helps to hide some of the little gaps that happen, because the rhinestones are like circles, so you're not gonna get to close all your gaps unless you go into each gap and put like a SS6 or SS4, which for this style tumbler I don't really go that detail into the rhinestones. If I was doing a rhinestone tumbler, then of course I would fill in all my gaps, but for the tops, I don't do that. I just do the SS6 on the side and the 20s on the top. So this is what we have. I will continue to go around the entire cup, and then I will do the top, and we will be all done. Okay, so I went ahead and I did all around the sides, and this is what it looks like. Don't worry about those little wet spots that you see. That's just the glue. It's gonna dry clear and look really good. That's why I like using this glue. So this is the end results for the sides. When I get done with the top, I'll be back to show you guys that. But it's a very simple process. It's not hard to do. You guys can totally do it. All right, so here we go, all done. So we have the SS16s on the side and right there at the ridge, and then all the way at the top we have the SS20. It's not dry as yet, but you can see on the side ones, they all dried and they're clear. And then that's the end of it. So I'll let this dry 24 hours, and then it will ship out with the tumbler.